Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm going to bring up your first comedian to the stage. He performs all over New York City and has actually been mistaken for Johnny Depp before. Please welcome to the stage, Derek Hickey, everyone.
Thank you, and it's 2022. Let's be clear, that is not a compliment. I'll just leave that there. As Meg said, my name is Derek Hickey. Hickey's my God-given name. You all know where God gave me that name? Right here. But it's interesting because Hickey is an Irish last name, and it actually translates to one who will be bullied in high school. No, but in reality, it is Irish, and the real translation in Gaelic is, it means healer. So basically, multiple generations from my family are disappointed that I didn't become a doctor. Bless you. But it's great to be here. This is a great crowd, and it feels very supportive. I did a show recently where the host brought me up by saying, "Come to the stage, a very funny comedian, performs all over New York City, a good friend of mine. Please welcome Nick Hickey." To be clear, that is not the part of my name I would like to change. Now, Miss, if you don't mind me asking you a question, what did you want to be when you were growing up, like, as a kid? Psychiatrist. That's respectable. Most kids want to be like a doctor, a psychiatrist, or an astronaut. Either would it be the Pope or a crash test dummy. The Pope, because I feed myself hamburger buns and drink Fanta, and I call it communion. And a crash test dummy, well, I once put one too many pipe cleaners into an electrical socket. Either way, I found religion. Bless you again. But a side note to that story is, I once performed that joke on one of the high holidays. It was on 420. And there was someone in the audience that appreciated the joke so much, he cheered, he said, "Tell it again! Tell it again!" And so I went ahead and I said that same bit, and I called on someone in the audience the same time, once again, and that person didn't know how to respond. So thank you for responding. Clearly, this is not the high holiday, you know. And he appreciated me telling it the second time. But at this point in the night, I was probably one of the closers, so people had been smoking, they'd been doing everything, and that's perfectly fine. But at that point in the night, the thing that truly messed with them is when I did that joke a third time. Because they weren't sure if I said it once, twice, or whether I was holding a plate of nachos or not. Bless you, sir, bless you. But as surprising as it is, I do have a girlfriend, and recently she got me into this show on Netflix. It's definitely not one of the shows you watch right before you go to bed. It's a little bit eerie. I think it's from the early 2000s. Have y'all heard about that show? Gilmore Girls? You try following a plot at 60 words a second. But have y'all ever disappointed your parents without even realizing it? Some head nods, some people just looking very nervous. That's okay. Happened for me when I first moved to the East Coast. An important detail here is my father, Peter Hickey, watches Entertainment Tonight every night. And the problem with that show is they air it every goddamn night. So one night after I moved to the East Coast, I get a phone call. And without any sort of, "Hey son, how you doing?" or "You're living on the East Coast, have you been stabbed yet?" None of that. First thing I hear through the phone is, "I don't want you dating Taylor Swift." Just like you all don't know how to respond to that, I didn't know how to respond either. And again, the problem with Entertainment Tonight is they air it every goddamn night. I cannot say that enough. So the next night, I get a phone call conveniently after Entertainment Tonight airs. And at this point, I don't even have to check the caller ID. Don't jump ahead of the story now. And again, no sort of greeting, no sort of, hey son, sorry I yelled about Taylor Swift last night, or have you seen the show Gilmore Girls? It's terrifying. None of that. First thing I hear through the phone is, I just found out Taylor Swift made $50 million last year. I guess you could date her. So I said the only thing a loving son could say to his father back in Minnesota, I guess I'll text her back, Dad.